Although I could just do this. It's almost like cheating. Hello everyone, welcome to Tile Travel. While the month of Independence may be over, I've decided to take a little bit of it with me. More or less because Zelda Link's Awakening for Switch has sadly stopped working. I cannot get past that mini-boss no matter what I do. The second he throws a bomb down, the game just crashes. I guess that bomb bites the dust because it goes through time and space like that, or whatever. Point is, I'm playing Tile Travel. It's an indie game that seems to mix it up between the two 2D planes, which sounds cool. Extra, the Palace in Development, Demo 1. Let's just go for Demo 1. If there's extra time, then Demo 2. Okay, so, seems pretty straightforward. Arrow keys to move, space to jump. If you notice, there's actually somewhere to be here. Now, how do we activate this tile ability? Oh, okay, that's how you activate the axe. But, what are the controls around here? Oh, look at that. Quit, space, resume. I'm sure I'll figure it out. Doesn't seem to be much to this. How the hell? Oh, okay, you can also do WASD. Oh, okay. I guess you gotta basically jump down to do it. I guess that makes sense. And of course, if I want to go back into it, I just jump onto it. Makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Now if I could just figure out how to utilize this, I'd be on my way. Maybe I gotta press up? No, that doesn't work. Look at that. That's pretty cool, though. I like it. It's got style to it. And of course, you can go over here. Oh, that's neat. Gotta go up and over it, huh? Huh. Cool. Okay. You can't really do anything else aside from that. Okay, yeah, that's how you attack, but okay. Fair enough. That's how you do that. You hit things, of course. Dadgummit. Come back here, floating platform. I need you to go to places. Mostly over here. But that's beside the point. Ah, yes, there we go. That was a close one. I wonder if it would have did it automatically or not. Either way. Oh, okay. How? Are you supposed to interact with that or something, or is that just there? What's over here? Whatever this is, this looks very interesting. Oh, he's doing something automatically. Neat. What did that do? The game isn't going to tell me. That's fine. We don't need any explanations anyway. Explanations are for cowards or something, I guess. Oh. What's he doing now? Oh, that's interesting. So he was just returning it to its proper place. Cool. And that lowered the fog. I'm learning things dynamically as I play. Some might argue that that's superior to just being told things. I guess that's why it didn't have an explanation. It didn't need one, it was just a key. Makes sense to me. Ah, of course. But of course, you need to do a block puzzle. It's pretty standard, isn't it? Oh. Well, not this one. This one is quite odd. Unless you press a specific button or something. I do not know. I don't even know what the buttons are, to be honest. Okay. So obviously it closed down again because you need to be constantly pressing down on the button, or something does. AKA that block. But how I get it over there is anyone's guess. I'm pressing every button I can think of, obviously space and X, which were the main buttons here. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. What? Okay, K is apparently the way to do it. Well, okay then. If you don't know how to do it, just keep pressing every button until something works. Eventually you'll do it. So, K is how I swing my axe, and swinging my axe is apparently how I interact with the world. Because that's delightful. So far, I like the dynamic. Apparently there was another game being made on Game Jolt where you controlled 2 people, and that's how it did the 2D planes, but here it seems to be the same guy, you just pop in and out. This one person compared it to Super Mario Odyssey, but I think there have been games like this before that. At least I think so. I would imagine there would be. Oh, that's nice. Actually, there's nowhere you're gonna go from here. You know what I bet you gotta do? I bet you gotta take this into the 3D world with you. And then once you do that, or maybe you just need to stand on it. Maybe it's not that complicated. Yeah, that makes more sense, I guess. Why should we overcomplicate things? Dragging things into the top-down world with us? I can't even say it's the 3D world because it's basically another type of 2D world. This whole thing is 3D if you think about it. I mean, 2 2D planes basically adds up to 1 3D. In fact, if you look around, you can see giant faces, which is cool. I could barely see the perspective of it when I was on the ground. It's pretty neat to see the world like this as you're turning around. You know? You can actually see it for what it is. Actually looks like a pottery store. Maybe this is just art that's depicted. And what you're actually doing is you're exploring the world within this pottery shop. I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? Neat. Okay. Not everything can just be axed into oblivion. Although I can certainly try and see what happens. What's over here? I'm deliberately going against the string because I'm curious enough to. Because it's pretty obvious that the game wants you to go along the stringed path. So it makes me curious to see what else is here. You know? What's over here? What is that? Bones. Yeah, now that I'm looking at it more carefully, it's bones. Wonderful. Okay. So I was supposed to follow the string. There really isn't anything else besides that. How delightful, huh? Oh. I can't even go through it. But I can come down here. Not that that does me any good. Now then. Where am I supposed to go? There has to be something here. Okay, I can't just switch planes. There has to be something that I can do. Something that I'm not thinking of. Something that's not even occurring to me. It's rather odd, to say the least. As I might have expected, the game doesn't just want you to go along the stringed line, it wants you to look around a bit. And hopefully there will be a solution around here somewhere. Or not. Ah, frick. I forget what the buttons do. My bad. It's K. K for cut. I know cut doesn't actually begin with a K, but work with me here. That's the closest I'm going to get to remembering anything. As well as X for extreme platforming cutting. That's even more of a stretch, but let's just roll with it for now. Now then. What even is this? Why did it have string leading all the way to it, and why did it end at a dead end? So many questions that I cannot answer. And this is a dead end as well. It was one way only. I can't even go back. I guess that's good in a way because it doesn't give you the illusion of having somewhere else to go, but at the same time it confuses the crap out of me. I'm certain there's somewhere here that I'm just not getting. There's probably a way to go forward where this leads to. I'm just not understanding it. There has to be something here. Possibly. And until I find out what that thing is, I've got to say, hang tight real quick. Oh, okay, I'm just very, very stupid. You can go across these. Oops. Should have known. but I didn't. But at least I do now. In any case, let's move on. What's over here? Well, that solved it. However, what's up here? I get the feeling... Yeah, that's not the same thing. And I gotta come back here. Or maybe it'll just be a shortcut that I unlock on the other side. Who knows? With this game, anything is possible. The 2D realm is not so 2D. Ah, yes, of course. And we just do this. It's very simple on the face of it. I just have to understand how the game really functions. You know? Ooh, I think this is actually where it goes from one plane to another. Because there is a button that needs to be pressed down, and of course, this would be the perfect thing to use for it, wouldn't it? How delightful. It's funny how with the top-down view, things actually look more 3D because of the isometric involved. Well, I'm not sure if isometric is the right word for it, but you know what I mean. Here, it's more front-forward, so it looks more 2D. Whereas when you're looking at it top-down, it's sort of at an angle. It has more 3D depth to it, at least the illusion of what looks like more 3D depth. If that even makes any sense, it probably doesn't. Okay, cool. What the? Neat. Very neat. I love going all over the place with this. It's actually pretty interesting. Excellent. I am definitely digging this. The concept is amazing. It's one of those concepts that you're actually surprised hasn't been tried more often. Because there's tons of potential for something like this. In all kinds of genres, actually. And of course, we take this over here and see what happens. Awesome. And of course, we gotta pull this one, or not. Ah, we probably have to go to the other side. Makes sense, you gotta go around it. Because now that's opened. And now I can. And then we just do this. And then, not only is it a shortcut technically, but now, it's going to unlock new areas for us to go into. We must go even deeper into the madness. And descend, because there's a door right there. Because I'm catching on to things. Sort of. I noticed that X only swings the axe in the side-scroller, whereas K seems to cut in both perspectives, so maybe it's better that I get used to pressing that. You know? Just makes more sense. Conform to that way. It's just easier. What the? Oh, okay. I see. It's one way to get in there. Ah, okay. It's hard to tell what's a wall sometimes. Yeah, I was definitely on the other side that it could only have gone through there. Pretty neat, though. It's almost burning my brain just thinking about it, but I'm loving it. This is definitely a concept I am digging quite fondly. But, as I said, people have compared it to Super Mario Odyssey, because to some extent Super Mario Odyssey does this too. Even though it's not nearly as much of the game as this is. With Super Mario Odyssey, at least what I played so far, it's part of it. But this really makes it the central game core mechanic. If that even makes any sense. It basically puts a lot more emphasis on it. And it's more atmospheric too, if that even makes any sense. It feels almost like Zelda and Castlevania, rather than just 8-bit nostalgia like Mario was clearly going for. Not to say that's a bad thing, of course, just this really takes it to the next level. But that's just my opinion. What do we have here? I see we've got another string line. I wonder if following it is the right way this time again. Because it was the last time. There really wasn't anything else to it. But is that going to be the case here, or am I going to overlook something if I don't look around? Oh, I see. Blood and bones. Well, I would have overlooked something. Mostly just the very depreciated state of things, the grim nature of this world. This goes farther than Zelda. And at least on par with Castlevania, because it's definitely not painting a pretty picture here. There's a lot of death here. This world is covered in death. Who or what did it is anyone's guess. But now that I looked on the pause menu, I can sort of tell that this seems like, honestly, I can't tell. Maybe a Shinto temple? Something... It's Japanese, obviously. That's the style it's going for, but... Come on. Frick. Okay, come on, let's try not to fall through it this time. Okay, good. Anyway, if you go to the pause menu and then you look around, you can tell it looks like a temple, actually. There's some big rocks over there for some reason. But more importantly, yeah, there are vases, and then there's this structure, these pillar structures. It definitely reads Japanese temple, if that makes any sense. I can't quite put it into words, of course. I can just tell you what it looks like to me. Yeah, surprise, surprise. It reminds me of Zelda and Castlevania, so of course it's Japanese style. The main guy even looks samurai-ish, for lack of a better term. Very nice, though. And the retro style is very pleasing to look at, too. It really takes it and runs with it. It's definitely a type of game that benefits from that. But at the same time, it also has 3D models, so that's pretty neat. Whoa. Huh. Everything went sideways. It seems that's something that can happen too. Not everything has to be right side up. It can also show sideways views, especially if it's cylindrical like this. I like that. That is pretty nifty. Haha. Excellent. Truly excellent. That's obviously a shortcut if I fall, which is really nice to have. It's nice to have something like that. Very nifty. Especially now that I'm essentially going up. I like that function. And it seems the platforms can also go diagonally, which is pretty interesting too. A bit more complexity is nice to have. Now, where is this all leading up to, is the question. That statue is covered in blood. I wonder if it was used for sacrifices, or... Let's not think about it. Let's just not think about it. Let's just go forward, like the game clearly wants us to. Going past all the blood. That seems like some kind of artifact there. Well, first things first, we gotta deal with this puzzle. Above all else. No. This is how you do it. You gotta get behind it. Look at the side of it, simply won't cut it. Neat. Okay. Ah, okay, cool. Now let's grab this artifact and probably shove it somewhere. Hopefully nowhere the sun doesn't shine. That'd just be weird. But oh no, I don't have the string to guide me anymore. How will I ever get out? It's not as though the exit isn't right there. Although I could just do this. It's almost like cheating. You get a bird's eye view. You can just look where the exit is and find your way from there. Because that's the funny thing. You know those mazes that you draw on like boxes or the back of menus or something? You want to know a tip for doing those? Find the exit and then try to work your way back. It's, for some reason, it seems like that's easier because they don't so much try to trip you up when you're going in reverse. For some reason. Gracias por Jagor. Hagor. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. Well, this is the trial version. I'm assuming that's the end of the demo. I see good things here. And it's currently in development. I definitely love the concept, and I love what you're doing here. And I can't wait to see more of this. But unfortunately, that's going to have to be it for now. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. Make sure to spread this video around like the 2D plane evolved. And I will see you next time. Now go out there and capitalize on life. Peace out, have a good one, and enjoy the new outro I made. See you later.
If you enjoyed the content and want to stay up to date, I upload 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day. You can also subscribe and hit the bell icon, or just check out the end screens right here.